Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
20.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3 and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
A gain of 5.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move them?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On first down, Tagovailoa under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Tua Tagovailoa sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
On the play.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Tua. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he is out of bounds here. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Ball carrier.
Antonio Gibson. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Sanders on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders now to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
They're on 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. On first down, it's Newton. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
In a quarterback.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Down, New England.
Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now it's Breida. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st down, Patriots.
Let's make these babies cry.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And that is incomplete here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Newton to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Buying time to his left. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Makes the score Dolphins 28, Patriots 6. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Brings up second and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a game.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On third down, it's Gibson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in a second.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They run with Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Chase Young, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well. And if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
3 yards.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And some room to work.
I need to get my swag right there.
All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, 35 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Jason Sanders.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
It's up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Sony Michel. They grew up a few miles north of here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
28, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. New England on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Jones. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
Running back, again the ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? New England on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Brought down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Play action. Now it's Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
A 32-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Pickup. And it's third down.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offense.